smell like?
Feet? I don't know. Gross. Feet just always smell gross.
You don't get some nice like foot soap of any kind?
I mean, I just use the same soap I use to clean the rest of me with.
See, I get some special foot soap.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's this joke is so stupid. It's sandalwood scented.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't plan that. I didn't do that intro for that one stupid joke. I just want to make that clear.
Okay, good.
But it was a stupid joke.
Yeah. It's all right.
Anyway, how you doing? What you been up to?
I'm doing good. I just finished up my work day and just ready to have a good old time.
Yeah, you want to fucking get on mic, you fucking idiot?
What?
You're looking at me. We've talked about this. You're looking at me. There's a directional mic. The microphone needs to be in front of your face.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it isn't. I'm looking at the audio levels. You are quieter. I know what I'm doing. I do this a lot.
All right, fair.
Don't it's fine me.
It's fine.
Don't know a damn thing about microphone etiquette.
Okay. Burning question. What did you end up getting out of your magic cards?
Oh my god, I got the best shit. It was so much fun.
Okay.
Best set ever. So I pulled one card that was worth $90.
Nice.
Yeah. So I pulled a lot of really good cards. They're all fucking gorgeous. They did an incredible job with this set. And with those sets, there's 63 Mythical Archive cards, each of which has a Japanese variant. So that's a total of 126 cards.
Okay.
One guaranteed per pack of a box of 30. So I only got 30 of them, theoretically speaking. But the last card in every pack is a foil. Has like the shiny shit put over it. And there's a rare chance that the foil will also be a Mythical Archive card.
Okay.
So I think I got about 34 total, and it was super exciting when I pulled like the first foil off the back.
Nice.
But they were such beautiful cards. I instantly bought another box because I was like, these are gonna go up in price. These cards are awesome. There's no way these aren't gonna like be super expensive. I'm not gonna buy another box after that because it's pricey. But I really want more of those cards. They're gorgeous.
Nice.
So I had a lot of fun pulling those. And I ordered on Friday. It got here Monday. So
perfect.
It actually showed up on time, which is great.
Oh,
fantastic.
Did you order from the same source?
No, I did not. Because I had ordered the first one from eBay. The second one I got right off of the TCG Player, which is a pretty big trading card company. But, since when I bought my first box, all of them were basically out of stock, and I was buying it from a private seller who, like we talked about, had probably placed orders ahead of time.
Yeah.
This one, they're back in stock. I just ordered it from a regular seller.
Nice.
But yeah, it was great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Had a really great time with it. Normally when I pull magic cards, I read them out, read what they do, talk about the effects and how you would use it in a deck. Yeah. But since they were Japanese, I just pulled the art and commented on it.
You're like, oh, look at this. This looks nice.
Which, to be fair, I think going into this set, knowing a little bit of the lore behind it, kind of helped my experience with it, and now I know I should know the lore behind it a little bit when going in.
Yeah,
because the set is called Strixhaven, and within the Magic the Gathering universe, Strixhaven is the biggest magic school. So a lot of the cards, the new cards for the set, had illustrations of students practicing their magical arts, or teachers or buildings from within the school, and it was just kind of cool to be oh, what are these guys doing within the school? And it was kind of interesting going into it with that foreknowledge, since I've basically never known the lore going into it.
Nice. That's cool.
The only exception being packs that are based off of other things. I've got some booster packs that are based off of Greek mythology. I've pulled packs that are based off of fairy tales, Grimm's stories type stuff.
Okay.
I've got a set waiting that's based off of Norse mythology. So that stuff is a little easier to understand ahead of time.
Yeah. Yeah. You got a little bit of a base.
Yeah. So Mike, if I remember correctly, our microphones cost $200 for both of them, right? It was $100 a piece.
Yeah.
And then the microphone stands we bought cost about $30 each. So
yep,
our total for this setup was what, $260?
Yeah, about that.
I bought a new microphone that was that entire cost.
Oh, damn.
and an additional audio recorder, which I have been needing to buy for a long time, but they're expensive, so I don't. Which brought it up to $350.
Damn.
I've got the microphone. Or the shotgun microphone that I've been using with like my shotgun pole for the longest time is kind of fucking garbage. And not because of Rode itself. It is also a Rode microphone. It's just old as shit. I bought it when I graduated high school, so
okay,
it was 2016. It's the same microphone I use for Captain's Kitchen and like for our videos.
Yeah.
And it's just it was a nice microphone, but like something was busted inside of it. There was this weird glitch I had with it where it would just make this really loud sound. The only way I can replicate it would be to be like, it would just make that sound
okay,
for no reason. And like the only way to fix it was like to hit the microphone, and then it would stop. But there'd always be a very small amount of like buzzing or whirring, and it's like it's the kind of amount that only really people who are listening with headphones on high volume or audio and video dorks like myself would ever notice. But it bugged me so much that I like had to remove it out of every video to do that kind of thing. It's I use a noise reduction process through Audition. What you do is you capture a spot where there is no noise except for the noise you want to get rid of. Then you capture the entire thing and you go through the noise reduction process. You can choose how much to reduce it by, because if you reduce it too much, you remove certain frequencies like the sound of bass or the sound of treble, depending on the sound.
Okay.
So it can make the sound really flat, or it can make it sound like you're underwater if it's bad enough.
Yeah.
So while it's super minute, and again, nobody would notice except for other audio dorks.
Yeah.
Like all of my videos have had like using that microphone have had like the slightest adjustment like that where the sound isn't coming through as clearly as it could. And I just like after I recorded, I should mention that as well. I recorded a new video.
Nice.
And after listening to the audio for it, I was like, I'm fucking sick of this. I don't like having my audio like this. No one really cares. No one has ever mentioned it, but I am tired of it.
Yeah.
So I shelled out the cash for a brand new shotgun microphone. I'm super excited about it. And I bought an audio recorder, which I've never used before, but, because I've always run audio through my camera, my DSLR. But since I bought that mirrorless camera for my webcam, I've been really, really impressed with the quality I've gotten out of it.
Okay.
So I've considered the possibility of recording videos using that mirrorless camera, but I can't because I can't record audio through it.
Okay.
So my other option was to run audio through my computer, but my computer's audio jacks are kind of fucky, so they don't sound great either.
Gotcha.
So I bought a portable audio interface that I can record directly onto, and it all costs a lot of money, and I'm very excited for the quality that I'm going to get out of it.
Nice.
Because even though I did record a new video today, I was not super pleased with my own performance, so I'm going to do it again.
What's the video topic?
It's about a manga called Berserk, which you definitely have not heard of.
Definitely not.
It's very popular it's very well known, I should say, in the manga world, but not a lot of people have actually read it.
Okay.
Because most of the most popular manga or anime are popular because of their anime. Berserk is so fucked up that you really can't get a good animated adaptation.
Okay.
The only two good anime adaptations only cover like this one really big chunk of the story called the Golden Age arc, but there's an entire prologue and like way more after that point that has never been covered in anime, except for one time in 2017. And this anime is infamously known for being fucking dog shit.
Okay.
Because they did these terrible 3D animations throughout all of it, and like not good 3D animations. They look fucking awful.
Ugh.
So Berserk is almost more known for its dog shit anime. So
gotcha.
I finally read Berserk a few months ago, and I fucking love it. It is one of the best manga I've ever read. It is so well written.
Yeah. Incredible
art, like just a true masterpiece. And I wanted to kind of share some of my what's the word? I shouldn't snap. That doesn't sound good on the recording. Interpretations. I wanted to share some of my interpretations for it because there's a lot of like subtext within it, and a lot of like figure this out yourself kind of shit. And I also kind of wanted to create a video that would share the brilliance of Berserk for people who are not willing to subject themselves to the absolutely vile shit that is within its pages.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately speaking, like a true proper animated adaptation of Berserk would probably have to be classified as gore porn. It is that bad.
Okay.
Like, if you've seen Game of Thrones and you thought that was rough, you don't know jack shit until you read Berserk. So like,
okay. Damn.
So the secondary goal of my video is to share the brilliance of Berserk without subjecting people to that side of it, because I understand, like, even for me, who's a little more used to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, even for me, there are times when reading through Berserk is like, this is really hard to read through. This is dark.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'm really excited about the video. I've been working on it for a while. I think the script is really strong. I've got some great ideas for how to edit it, but I just didn't like my performance in that first take. So I ordered a new microphone so I could fix my continuous audio issue. And I'm kind of revisiting the script within my own head.
Nice.
Which was the purpose of me stopping doing scheduled videos. So it feels good to have the time to, revisit a script and re-record it if I'm displeased.
Yeah. Nice.
And I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be really strong. And I'll let people know on this podcast when it's done, because it's going to be a good video and I need views because I'm desperate. So.
Right on. This made me think about it because you snapped your fingers. Did I ever tell you about the time that I snapped my fingers at a customer at World Market?
Oh, I think you have, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it was totally an accident. It was when Lily was pretty small, and I was like trying to like train her and get her to pay attention to me.
I do remember that.
And so like I would snap my fingers to get her to look, and we had those like weird cash registers where like. Well, they weren't weird, but like the customer would have to go around one side and the employee would have to go the other way so they could get behind it.
Right. Yep.
Well, like I started going one way and the customer followed me and I like snapped my fingers at them and like directed them which direction to go. And afterward I was like, God, that was super fucking rude.
Oh yeah, totally.
But I just didn't say anything, and neither did they. So
I mean, if they're okay with it. Do you remember that time I treated a small child like a dog?
I remember when you kicked the small child.
No, that's different. You'll remember this when I tell you about it. There was we were doing Rug Caravan, that horrible sale where we sell rugs.
Yes.
And every time you do Rug Caravan, we had to take these platforms and lay them out on the floor, like 8 of them. Or 10 of them or something, and then lay rugs on top of it.
Yeah.
So I had set out a bunch of those platforms. There was no rugs on them yet, and some kid like got up on top of them. So I was like, "Hey, get off of there! Hey, shoot!" As if I was talking to a dog or a cat. Like, get out of here! Come on,
get.
That's how I know how to deal with kids. I don't understand children outside of that.
Right? Sometimes they should have a leash.
Would that be so bad?
No.
Fuck that.
So that brings in another story. There was this family with they had a couple kids, and
yes, they did. You're right.
And there was one who, for whatever reason,
like they were in the store like an hour, half an hour. I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know if the kid had some sort of mental illness or learning disability, or if the parents just said, screw it, we're going to let him do whatever he wants. But he just kept yelling out, no, fuck that.
Like over and over, like not even really responding to anything in particular. He just kept saying it.
Yep. Very loud. And like people were looking and parents just didn't do a single thing about it.
Those parents, man.
We thought it was hilarious though.
Oh yeah, it was great. Like we called each other over so we could like hear it if someone hadn't already heard about it.
Oh God, that kid.
Do you remember the time I had to tell, and this was when I was like a sales associate. I wasn't even like promoted at all yet. I had to tell like all of you supervisors and general manager to stop talking about dicks on the floor.
I don't remember that, but that was such a common occurrence.
So it was right after our good friend and coworker Tim was cleared of his brain cancer.
Yes.
And you guys were talking about the cake you were going to get him.
Yeah.
Because when he came back cancer free, you guys got him a cake that just said cancer free, fucker.
Yep.
But before you got that cake, you were talking about what to get on it, and you guys were like standing in the home office section, like not at all quietly talking about getting a cake with a dick on it.
Yeah.
Like loudly talking about it, like at a normal speaking volume, not hushed at all. And so I was like, guys, quit talking about dicks.
Carissa had to be involved in that.
Oh, yes, she was. Absolutely. It was you, I think Ken and Carissa.
Oh, yeah. Sounds about right. We should have got him a cake with a dick on it, though.
Oh, he would have loved that.
Right?
Did I ever tell you about the time I got a dick cake for my birthday?
No.
So this was, God, was this my 17th or 18th birthday? I want to say this was my 18th birthday. That sounds more appropriate.
Okay.
So this was 2016. I was at my summer camp. The staff week had started during the week of my birthday. I want to say like we had gotten there on Sunday and my birthday was on Tuesday or something like that.
Okay.
So I knew this guy. His name was Jacob. I'd worked with him the year before. He was an amazing baker. He made these incredible cookies. And he'd also make really good cakes. And so on one of our days off, we went to like the local mall. We're just walking around. We went into a Spencer's, and Spencer's has all kinds of like sex toys and like other weird shit.
Yeah, gag gifts.
Yeah. So we found this baking tin that was shaped like a massive penis. We're talking like 18 inches, kind of like my own.
Right.
And so I asked him like, will you make me a birthday cake in this tin? And he was like, no. And I was like, come on, it's my birthday. And he was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And I was like, what if I buy the tin? Will you then make me a dick cake? And he thought for a second, and he was like, all right, fine, I'll make you a dick cake. So I buy the tins, and that next night in our in the dining hall, he baked up a big old chocolate dick cake.
Nice.
Frosted it with pink frosting.
Hell yeah.
He made 2 of those suckers.
2 dicks?
2 dicks. And of course, immediately one of my friends just chomped right down on the tip.
Of course.
But that shit was fucking delicious.
Hell yeah.
I think I still have a picture of it somewhere, but like, yeah, for my 18th birthday, I ate a giant dick.
Nice. What's your favorite kind of cake?
That's a hard question. I'm torn between cheesecake or red velvet. I think red velvet is my more like traditional cake favorite, but if cheesecake is counted as a proper cake, it's probably cheesecake.
Yeah.
I fucking love cheesecake.
I would probably agree with you. Cheesecake is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you can never go wrong with it. I've never had a cheesecake I haven't liked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, how do you fuck up a cheesecake? My mom baked a cheesecake once, but like something went up with it and like it collapsed. Like it didn't keep its form.
Yeah.
Still tasted fucking great.
Right. Yeah.
Can't screw up a cheesecake.
Yeah. It might not look perfect, but it's still going to taste fantastic.
Yeah. Our friend, our friend Kara gets really mad at me for liking red velvet cake. Because she's like, it's not real. It's just chocolate cake with red food dye, and they just use the cream cheese icing because in World War II or whatever, like they needed to use up red food dye and cream cheese, so they made red velvet cake. And I'm like, yeah, but it's fucking delicious. You can make me a chocolate cake with cream cheese icing. I'm still gonna love it.
Right.
The red part doesn't change anything for me.
Yeah.
It's mostly that like cream cheese icing and chocolate cake goes really well together.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a solid choice.
Yeah. Where I work, we sell this one cake. It is the fucking best. It is a bottom layer of cheesecake.
Okay.
Frosting, white cake, and then frosting all on the outside.
What?
It's called triple vanilla, and it's fucking delicious.
Why isn't that in my mouth right now? That sounds awesome.
It's so fucking good.
Oh, man.
God, so unhealthy, but I eat cake for lunch an inordinate amount of days.
Yeah.
Like, I do have a slight defense. There is not a lot of options where I work. You know?
Okay.
Like, I'm obviously not going to give away too many details because I don't want to give away where I work. But,
yeah.
You know, there is like a hot food area, but their options pretty limited. And right now, especially like before they were pre-packing all of it, right now they've gone back to like having it out, and people are required to like wear gloves and use hand sanitizer before they actually touch it. But that don't mean they do.
Yeah.
And I ain't diving in there. I got my first vaccine shot, but I ain't diving in there.
So they opened it back up where you can like serve yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're supposed to have someone watch it, but sometimes like someone walks away and then like what like these people, like it's not intentional. I don't think. I just think it's because customers do not pay attention. Like, you know, people don't read sale signs, for example. We had this problem all the time. Like they would read the number, they'd read the 30% off.
Right.
They wouldn't see like the 30% off select flavors or whatever.
Right.
Or 30% off if you buy 3, whatever. They would just assume that like, the 30% off is all they needed to read.
Yeah.
And so, you know, these people just walk up and start grabbing food. And it's like, there's a fucking thing right here with hand sanitizer and gloves. Please use it.
Yeah.
But people ain't be thinking. They got that dumb brain.
Yeah. 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 Like those people that would always get like the buy 2, get 1 free or buy 1, get 1 free, like
all the time.
Messed up. Like, you know, buy 2, get 1 free. You buy 2 of the items and a third one is free.
Right.
And they would just come up with 2 items and they're like, yeah, I'm going to buy 1 and then the other one's free.
Like, nope.
Because I'm buying 2. No, you're getting 1 free. You're only buying 1.
My favorite was when like after the sale, people would try to return something that they did like buy 1, get 1 free with. And they'd be like, well, it'd be 50% off. So I just get 50% off. And I'd be like, no, this is your receipt. You didn't pay anything for this one because it was buy 1, get 1 free.
Right.
It was not 50% off. If you want your money back, you have to return both items because one of them was free.
Right.
You didn't pay for this item.
Right.
Therefore, I'm not giving you any money back.
Right. Yeah. No, it happened all the time.
People be dumb. So yeah, anyway, the moral of the story is like, I do not eat cake every single day. I mostly eat cake a lot of days because there are not a lot of options and I get bored of the few options that I do have. So I eat a delicious cake.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, cake is delicious.
Yeah, but I do be eating it like I'd say I have cake at least twice a week for lunch.
Okay, that's a decent amount of cake.
Yeah.
You've always got cake type products here too.
I'm such a fucking like sugar boy. Like looking at my kitchen right now, I've got a big ass bowl of candy. I got a second big ass bowl of candy. I've got a cabinet full of candy. I've got coffee cakes. I've got Loft House cookies. I've got ginger snaps. I've got Tim Tams. I've got a pint of ice cream in the freezer. I've got some mint slices in the freezer as well. I've got white chocolate and graham cracker key lime yogurt in the fridge. I fucking love sugar.
Boy likes his sweets. That's like your diet, your meats and sweets.
Meats and sweets, it's all I eat.
Nice. Do you remember, God, this was probably, I don't know, it's coming up on a while now, maybe 8 years ago when like cup stacking was a big thing for kids.
Yes, I remember. Oh my God, you just like unlocked a part. This was we had a session of my gym class.
It was cup stacking?
Cup stacking, yes.
What?
I don't fucking know why.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They teach you some of the tricks. I remember some of it. You stack them in a pyramid, and then you just had to move them in like a diagonal way.
Yeah.
Stack them up.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. I forgot we did that shit. Why did we do that? That was not a gym activity.
No. Why did that become a popular thing for a while?
Well, kids will latch on to anything. I'm more curious why my fucking school was into it.
Like, yeah, you know what? Cup stacking. That'll replace volleyball.
You know what else we did? And I think everybody's done this, is like the dancing subject in gym.
Okay.
Fucking what's the song? I don't know what the song is called. I'm not going to sing it.
Okay.
There was like a specific dance. I believe it was called the hustle.
Okay. That is a dance.
Yeah. We had to like learn that as a lesson in gym class. I fucking hated that part of gym class.
Huh.
It was miserable. Like for me, at least, the fun of dancing is in the freedom of it. So if you're teaching me a specific dance that I have to do over and over during gym class, Mack's not into it. That's not getting my body moving.
No, you want a freestyle.
Hell yeah, my boy.
So the reason I brought up cup stacking,
yeah.
I had talked to my friend Lauren a couple weeks ago, and she was like, "What's with this like podcast thing you're doing?" I was like, "What? You haven't listened yet,
bruh?"
I was like, "We got listeners in Chicago where she lives, And she's like, all right, I got to listen. I was like, actually, I don't think I've told any stories involving you. So maybe if I tell her one, she'll actually listen. But we would go, a group of us, every year to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
It's a big deal, right? So Lauren and her boyfriend John's like 6'8", I think.
Ooh,
big tall boy. So we were all getting into our like morning St. Patrick's Day shenanigans. And so it was time to find something to eat. So we found this pizza place, and it had long like cafeteria style tables to where you're sitting at a table with people you don't know.
Yeah.
Well, John, who, like I just said, was 6'8" and had been drinking all morning, is sitting next to this girl who's probably like 6, stacking cups at the table.
Uh-oh.
And he's just like staring at her, just watching her. And all of a sudden he goes, Did you teach yourself how to stack those cups? And she was like, yeah. And then like the parents got all like weirded out.
I would be.
Understandably. But the other great story is about Lauren's dad. Lauren's dad, Scott. Scott, he looks like, are you familiar with Eric Estrada?
Yes.
He looks just like Eric Estrada.
That's awesome.
He's got like the hair, and he's like, I don't know, he's got to be in his 50s, and he wears like Abercrombie and Fitch jeans and like Diesels and these cowboy boots.
Oh, so he's copying his style and everything.
Oh yeah. Scott's awesome. So for one of Lauren's graduations, she went for summer schooling out here by us, which is how I know her. So we went to this bar, and Scott's out, and he's buying shots for everybody, and we're all like, nobody's in the mood to do shots, but okay, whatever, cool. So I'm hanging out with this other friend of ours, Greg, and we're just standing there, and we're like, man, Scott's a good time. He's a lot of fun. And then one of us mentions Lauren's mom, Deb. Deb's a fox, let me tell you.
Nice.
Deb's like a smoke show here. And so one of us was like, man, like, you get a load of Deb? And everyone was like, yeah, Deb's like super hot.
Okay.
And I think I was probably the one who said that, because then Greg, the guy who was talking to, goes, hold on, Michael, be cool. Scott's coming. So like, I'm like, all right, cool. We got to stop talking about his hot babe old wife. So Scott walks up and he's like, what are you guys talking about? We're like, oh, just hanging out. Yeah. And he's like, did I ever tell you guys the story about Big Ernie? And Greg and I are like, why no? This is the first time we've met you. Or maybe
fair enough.
Maybe it was the second time. I don't know. But Scott goes,
I don't know you, Scott.
I don't know you.
We don't have an interpersonal relationship like that.
So Scott goes, all right. So I'm at, and he names off some bar that he walks into in Chicago. He's like, I walk in there. He's like, and I'm standing at the bar. He's like, and all of a sudden I turn around, and what do I see? Big Ernie walks in the bar.
Who dat?
And Greg and I are just kind of like waiting there, like, okay, where's this story going? And we like look at each other, and Scott's like, it was Big Ernie.
Who the fuck is Big Ernie?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently he's some big deal in Chicago, but none of us knew who he was, and he never really explained it. He just started laughing and was like, there was Big Ernie.
Is that the entirety of his story?
That was Scott's story.
What a great fucking story. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yep.
On the subject of hot moms.
Yeah.
My friend Austin, who I worked at summer
Austin
camp.
sounds like he would have a hot mom.
I worked at summer camp with him. His mom was pretty attractive.
Okay.
She was younger. I want to say she may have been a teenager when he was born, like 16.
Yeah.
And like everybody who met him. Like after they met his mom,
Yeah.
like his mom would leave and they turned to Austin. Like for some reason, everybody felt inclined to say this. They'd be like, Austin, your mom's kind of good looking. And he fucking hated that.
Oh, yeah.
He fucking hated that. So of course, as a joke, every single time we would see his mom, as soon as she would leave the room, we'd be like, Austin, your mom's kind of hot. And he would get real mad about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get that.
Oh my God.
The same kind of thing kind of happened with John and Lauren's mom. So John played basketball when him and Lauren started dating in college, and his whole basketball team, they all changed their Facebook profile pictures to be Lauren's mom.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man. I wouldn't have made comments about his mom if it wasn't for the fact that it made him mad. It was just too funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more fun. It's more fun if it gets to someone.
Yeah. Oh, Austin. He's such a good fucking dude. I miss that guy.
Yeah.
I miss all my camp friends. I've been having some camp nostalgia recently, kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's been a couple years since you've been back, right?
Yeah, well, so my last year working there was 2016. After that, I started working at World Market, and then I got a position, so I couldn't just leave for months. But even then, I would go visit during the summers for the first couple years, and now I just haven't been down. I want to say last year, 2020, sorry, was the first year that I missed because COVID shit and all of that. But damn, I really do miss it.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's I wouldn't say I've ever had like a childhood home,
Right. Yeah, you've moved around a decent amount.
Like for anyone who doesn't know, like I was born in Texas. My parents moved when I was too young to remember.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in New Hampshire till I was 10. So while that could be considered a childhood home, I then spent my teenage years in like a couple different houses, right? Like like I lived with my parents, obviously, when we moved to Michigan, but like we rented a house when I first moved here.
Mm-hmm.
Then we lived in one house, and like a couple years after we moved there, my parents divorced. My mom moved out to Whitmore Lake, so I lived with her and my dad back and forth. Then when I was 15, my mom moved to the town I live in now, and like not long after that, I stopped talking to my dad. So like that was the closest thing I had to like a stable home for a while.
Yeah.
And then like I lived in an apartment for 1 year. I've lived here for 2 years. Like I really haven't stayed in one place for long.
Yeah.
So for me, my camp is kind of the closest thing to like a homecoming that I honestly have.
Sure.
Because I would spend like every day, every night for like 2 months out of every year for 4 years just living there.
Yeah.
And like I got to know it so well, and I have so many great friends from there that like people I love to death and I still talk to this day. So every time I return there, like it's this immediate sensation of like, yep, I'm here. This is my place.
Right.
And like every time I go and visit, like I'll always end up spending a night. And like the one of the things I'll always end up doing is I'll go up to the dining hall at like 3 a.m. and just sit. Because there's just this weird, really nice ambience about like the dining hall at night. And it's a feeling that I can recall, and I'm feeling that I miss pretty frequently.
I gotcha. Did you ever happen to unearth a picture of your dad looking all like Hank Hill?
I mean, I haven't tried. So
okay.
That's a no.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I miss my camp. I miss my people. They're lovely people, and I love them all. And I don't think any of them are listening to the podcast, but maybe I should send it out to some of them and tell them to fucking get on that shit.
Maybe if you start listening, we'll post some pictures of Austin's mom.
He'd love that. Have you ever had any interesting experiences with solicitors?
I mean, I know I get a few random like phone calls every now and then, but usually I just stop answering.
How about people coming to your door though?
Not too much with soliciting. I mean, I've had like people try to get me to like order magazines and shit like that.
You tell them I'm only subscribed to Playboy. That's it.
Yeah.
I refuse to corrupt my mailbox with anything else.
No, that's the only mail I get, period.
I need to know that as soon as I open that mailbox, I'm going to be happy.
these I wouldn't really consider solicitation, but it was my first experience with like Amazon doing their own delivery. And I was expecting a package, but I knew it was going to come that day. I just didn't know it was going to come like right then. And I got a knock on the door and I open it and there's just an Asian guy standing there without any sort of like
identification.
Yeah. And was just like, "Are you Mike?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he just hands me a package and then turns around and leaves. And I look at it and I'm like, "Oh, okay. I guess this is how Amazon delivers to me now."
Yeah, the Amazon deliveries are weird. Like, so many of them come in unmarked vans, like the old delivery people.
Yeah.
At least these days, they frequently have Amazon attire on, but especially in the early days of Amazon delivery, it was very like, I don't know if this person works for Amazon. I just think they do.
Yeah. The other interesting thing I had a girl show up to my door at like, I don't know, 2, 3 in the morning. It was pretty late. I got a knock on the door and she was like, well, first she started trying to unlock the door.
Oh no.
Like there was a key in my lock and I was like, the fuck's going on? And sure enough, she was like, "Wait, isn't this like whatever apartment building?" And I was like, nah, you're not even close. And she's like, "I don't know where to go." So I like pointed her in the right direction, but like,
I think he told me about this one.
Yeah, like she was real lucky to find someone who was like super nice and not like some sort of predator.
Right. Like someone that wouldn't take advantage of that situation.
Right.
You just reminded me, I completely forgot about this. There was one time in my old apartment that like, I went outside to like put the trash out or something like that. And there was just this real fat cat outside my door.
Okay.
Like he was a dummy thick motherfucker. I want to say he probably weighed 20, 30 pounds.
Yeah.
Big boy. And I was like looking at him like, hi. Like, he was a really friendly cat. Gave him a couple pets. And I was like, let's figure out where the fuck you came from.
Yeah.
And the one of the doors across the hall from me was just open.
Yeah.
So I like led the cat inside. I went inside myself and I kind of just shut the door behind me. I like looked around. I was like, "Hey, anyone here?" And I like looked like down the hall. I didn't go any further than that because I was like, if they're like passed the fuck out or not here, this is the last situation I want to be in.
Yeah.
So I got out of there and I didn't lock the door behind me because I couldn't, but I shut the door and I was just like, I don't know what the hell happened here.
Yeah.
The lights were on in the place, so I'm running on the assumption that somebody was home.
Yeah.
But you could tell from like the decor that it was like definitely a stoner's place.
Okay.
So my thinking is that someone got very high and then passed out while their door was open and their big thick boy got out.
So to be clear, you just threw a giant cat into an apartment that you weren't 100% sure that it belonged to?
You are correct in thinking that, but there was no other place that cat could have come from.
I'm really hoping that...
See, I consider the possibility that the cat did not come from there. But my apartment building had a vestibule. There's 2 doors to get in. One's a heavy door, one's a locked door. Yeah. And there was no other open doors in the rest of the apartment complex. Yeah. So like it made sense to me. There was one open door with someone like either not there or not responsive. The cat had to have come out of there.
No,
they had a cat bed.
You're probably correct, but I like the idea that someone was in there just stoned out of their mind and then like woke up and they would be like, "Where the fuck did this cat come from? I didn't have a cat."
There's this fucking great video online that was making the rounds for a bit not too long ago. It's this girl filming and she goes, "So I let my cat in a little bit ago and I thought I'd let him in earlier, but I guess I hadn't." And she goes, "But if this is my cat," and it pans over to a cat that looks exactly the same.
Yes.
She goes, "Then who the fuck is this?" That's my favorite. I love that kind of shit. There was this guy, he made a video about this. I don't remember how long ago this was or what the fuck his name was or anything. But this guy just found like a cat had wandered into his house and given birth to 5 kittens.
Oh, geez.
And he was like, what the fuck? Where did all these cats come from?
Right.
And then he just kept and raised all of them.
What?
So this guy went from no cats to 6 cats overnight.
Damn.
And like, he was taking good care of the cats too. So like, I'm good on him for that. But like,
Yeah.
if I found 6 random kittens in my house, I don't know that my immediate response would be like, I guess these are my cats now.
Right. Huh.
But-
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just take on a cat and now you have 7 cats or 6 cats or
Yeah.
oh, yikes.
I wish I had another cat.
You should get one.
I'd like to, but rent pet in my apartment is per animal. So
They're not going to know you have another cat.
I have to re-up my lease soon. They might come for an inspection sometime soon.
I suppose. Just take one of them and
I feel bad for Luna because she's such a friendly cat. I'm only running on the assumption that she would like being around other cats. Sometimes extremely friendly cats don't like being around other cats and they just like other humans.
right.
So I don't know how Luna is around cats, but what I do know is as soon as I get home every day, she just races up to the door. So I think she gets lonely when I'm not around, and I feel bad
Yeah.
about that. So I'd like to get another cat.
She just likes laying on her little scratch pad.
She does when, I'm not paying attention to her. But if there's if I'm on the couch, if I'm in my bed, even if I'm like at my computer, she's usually like on me.
Yeah.
She'll get up out of my lap when I'm live streaming because I don't know what it is. Like I think it's like the noise or something. She doesn't like the noise of me talking so much or getting loud. For some reason, when I start streaming, like she might be on my lap like during my pre-stream, but as soon as I like go live and like start talking, she gets up and leaves. Like she knows.
Like, bye.
But for the most part, like she sticks near me. I like she'll follow me. She's always on my bed when I wake up in the morning. She's always like very like needy in the morning. And then like as soon as I get up, she follows me to the kitchen. She follows me and waits outside the door when I shower.
Yeah.
She follows me everywhere. She's a little baby.
What a little baby.
So I don't know. I'd like to get another cat for her. Getting cats is getting additional cats is stressful because cats are such fucking divas with each other.
Right.
Like it's such a pain in the ass to introduce one cat to another cat, and even then, there's some situations where cats just don't get along.
Yeah.
So like, not only like if I do decide to get another cat, which I'd like to, I'll have to go to the shelter and be like, what do you have like a return policy?
What if this just isn't working out?
Right, because like I don't want to do that. Obviously, I don't want to do that. But if I get a cat that just doesn't click with Luna, or if it turns out that Luna is not a cat,
Right.
then like I can't just keep the second cat. Like I can find a cat at the Humane Society and be like, hey, do you know if this cat gets along with other cats?
Yeah.
But I can't be like, you haven't had this cat in 2 years. Do you remember if it was any good with other cats?
Right. Ugh. Yeah.
By the way, I did recently pass the 2-year mark with Luna. I forgot to. I didn't even think about it. It just kind of happened. But
Nice.
I adopted Luna over 2 years ago now.
Damn. 2 years.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like it feels like it's been such a short amount of time, but at the same time, I can't imagine life without her anymore.
Right. No, that's how they be.
Yeah, they fucking worm into your life like little parasites, and they are. She's eating up my resources, my money.
Right.
All she does is fucking sit around.
Right. Gotta buy her food and treats and
She doesn't even eat all her food. She's so bad at eating. She wastes so much.
Why is she like this?
You little pussy.
Gotta give her that catnip.
She fucking loves catnip. She gets super excited about it.
That cat crack.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. Do any of your little weebs have questions for us this week?
I'm sure they do. I was just deleting emails because I'm a very attentive podcast
Oh, nice.
co-host.
Nice job.
I'm sorry. I got a bunch of emails and it stresses me out when I see a lot of notifications. So fucking dealt with that shit.
This is completely off topic, but it's something that pops into my head very frequently. The year is 2021 currently, correct?
That's the one.
Okay, how
That's the
could
2021? The look of disappointment on your face.
how come? Okay, we've advanced a long way in science, right?
Yeah.
How come brushing our teeth with putting paste onto a little brush and scrubbing your teeth? Why haven't we found a better way to deal with that?
Why haven't we made more toothpaste tastes that don't taste disgusting?
Sure.
Because I am tired of, that mint and OJ situation. I mean, I don't personally drink OJ that much, but like every taste gets ruined by having brushed your teeth. Like you can't eat for a solid like half an hour or more after brushing your teeth.
Right.
Like there are other flavors of toothpaste, but what am I fucking going to get? Bubblegum? They all taste disgusting.
Right.
Can we get some good toothpaste flavors that are equally as effective as mint as a toothpaste while also not making my fucking peanut butter toast taste disgusting?
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I think all I've really ever seen other than like a mint flavor is what maybe like, I know there was like a cinnamon for a while.
I feel like that's called gross though. I don't remember.
Yeah. I feel like it wasn't great. And then there was that like the kids one. Remember, it was like blue and it had like sparkles in it.
Oh god, I remember the texture of that shit. It's so fucking gross. Yes. It's like this horrible gel texture.
Yes.
Ugh. That's the kind of shit that, like, as soon as it touches the back of your throat, it causes like a gag reflex. Like it's so disgusting. Oh fuck that shit.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. Why do we still have like this super primitive like like brushing your teeth?
Right.
Like monkey mode.
Right. Like, shouldn't there just be like some mouthwash that gets you like dentist clean, like just rinsing it?
I guess the only option would be to create something very acidic, and that probably wouldn't be terribly pleasant.
Probably not.
But whatever, we're not the fucking teeth scientists. They can figure that stuff out. I don't want to use toothpaste anymore.
Yeah, come on, teeth scientists. Get on that.
Where you boys at? What do you call a teeth scientist?
Like a dentist?
No, that's not a teeth scientist. That's a teeth man.
Just someone who just purely studies the science of the teeth.
They study teeth. They study teeth's effects on the world and on the human. We've learned a lot about teeth. Like, there's a reason that we take such good care of our teeth. We've recognized the importance of them. We understand their anatomy, like enamel and shit.
Right, because of a teeth scientist.
We've got like braces that realign teeth. Like, a dentist didn't come up with that shit. You can't tell me they did. A teeth scientist had to work on that.
Right. Yeah, I don't. What is a teeth scientist? Huh, I'm trying to find the answer. And it's really just
they're just coming up with dentist.
Yeah.
Or optometrist.
I mean, I guess a biologist, like
teeth biologist. I am a biologist. My minor is teeth.
Yeah. An endodontist? Endodontist?
Endodontist?
Yeah.
Sounds like the name of a dinosaur.
It's a dental specialist concerned with the cause, diagnosis, prevention, and treatment of diseases and injuries of the human dental pulp and the nerve of the tooth.
That still sounds like just an advanced dentist.
Yeah, it really does.
Teeth scientists out there, come on the podcast.
That would be next week. Have a tooth scientist. I like that.
And even after he tells us what it's called, we're just going to keep calling him Teeth Dude.
Right?
We'll bleep out his actual name. Just refer to him as Teeth Dude.
Yeah.
The dentist episode featuring the Teeth Dude.
I like it. He probably wouldn't care for it, but I'm okay with it.
Oh, there's been a clip flying around that I've really enjoyed watching a couple times.
Okay.
Did you know that T-Pain live streams now?
No.
He does. He does gaming live streams. He's been doing it for a long time.
Okay.
But he was playing some Call of Duty and he got in a game with some guys who were like throwing around the N-word.
Okay.
Like tossing around some black hate. And so like the new round starts of like their Call of Duty match and T-Pain starts going like, I fucking want all of them. I want all of them. And he starts like running around. He fucking wiped their entire team single-handedly.
Nice.
Like just going crazy the entire time. Like, who you calling? It's a word that I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
But it was fucking awesome. Very cool clip.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of other celebrities that do like celebrity streams?
I don't really know. I know some have like tried to break into it.
Mm-hmm.
But like the thing about live streaming is if you are not like a fan of live streams, you really don't understand what it takes to live stream. Like live streaming seems like a very simple thing, like just play a video game and talk.
Right.
But there's a lot to it. Like you have to learn how to conversate with the chat, how to manage a chat, how to make it more entertaining than just doing the same thing over and over, whatever else. There's a lot of aspects to live streaming, and like there's subsects of it, you know, like I focus on comedy and improv and variety. There's people who live stream specifically speed runs, people who live stream specifically like being really good at a game. There's all these different factors of streaming. Streaming is more than just it appears to be.
Yeah.
So I know like certain celebrities have tried to do live streaming, have failed because they just don't understand the market. Like they're like, oh, you can get money by playing a video game, and like that's what they see rather than themselves enjoying live streams. So they try it and they fail. It's happened to a lot of YouTubers too. Like I know I think Jake and Logan Paul, who are both like big obnoxious douche tubers. Yeah. They both tried live streaming and both failed because that's not their market. Their market is highly edited, obnoxious vlogs. They don't understand live streaming. Yeah. So
did you see, I think it's Logan Paul he's gonna box Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, so this has been a thing for a while. They've been doing the two brothers have been doing boxing stuff for a while. But mostly against other YouTubers. Yeah. Apparently they're both actually okay at boxing. I don't know if they're Floyd Mayweather good though.
No, I mean Floyd Mayweather's like 50-0. Like yeah, he's going to kill whichever Paul it is. I think it's Logan.
That would not be a big loss.
No.
Although I'll give him credit. Logan Paul has actually gotten better over the last few years. He's not like as bad as he used to be.
Okay.
Jake Paul's still an obnoxious little fuckhead.
But sounds about right.
They both suck, but Logan Paul has like risen from like dog shit level to human shit level.
Okay. Well, that's good. Stepping his game up a little bit.
Yeah. And you know what, Logan Paul? If you come on our podcast, you'll go up to like bird shit level. I don't know.
Right? That's about where we're at, right?
Is bird shit better than human shit? I don't know. You're still shit either way. I just want you to know that. But
who was the fucking shitter?
Nice.
That was definitely human shit.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, the FS.
That motherfucker.
Oh man. Yeah. So did you ever find out any questions for us?
Oh, I forgot we talked about that because we went on a whole other tangent.
We did.
Guys, we need more questions. You aren't asking enough questions. Scorpion asks, if you got the chance to, which wonder of the world would you visit, old or new? I don't really understand that part of the question. Are there new wonders of the world?
Yeah, because most of the old ones don't exist anymore.
Really?
Yeah, or like there's only like half of them I think that still exist. Half of them we just have like drawings of because they're like 4,000 years old. And
oh, I see what you mean.
So they did do a new list. I think the pyramids.
I'm pretty sure the pyramids of Giza are a wonder of the world.
I think they're like the only one to be on both lists.
Oh, interesting. Here, let's look it up and stop being fucking idiots.
The pyramids would be great to see. Are you looking up new or old?
All of the above.
Oh, you're just looking up all of the ones.
Well, I'm gonna start with old. Let's just do both. He asked of them, but let's do both.
Okay.
So we've got Colossus of Rhodes.
Okay.
Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. This place looks fucking awesome. Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
I feel like that looked really cool in the pictures that I've seen.
Lighthouse of Alexandria. Great Pyramid of Giza. Okay. Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. These are all fucking Greek. What the hell? Statue of Zeus at Olympia. They're all Greek.
Right.
The Zeus statue was at the Colossus of Rhodes, I think. No. It was at the mausoleum.
Okay.
No. Never mind. It says these were places that were destroyed. I don't know. Looking at this mausoleum of Halicarnassus, it looks really fucking cool. I don't know how large this thing was, but that looks pretty sick.
Yeah. Those hanging gardens of Babylon look kind of sweet.
I do like the idea of the Lighthouse of Alexandria, just because Alexandria was a really interesting ancient city.
Yeah.
So I would be, if in visiting the Lighthouse of Alexandria, I also got to visit Alexandria, I would be all for that, because I would love to see like Alexandria at the height of its existence.
Yeah.
Rather than the fucking ruins we have now.
Yeah, no, I got you. I'll give you that.
And then what do we got for new wonders of the world? So we have the Great Pyramid of Giza, honorary status in parentheses. The Great Wall of China, Petra in Jordan. I never heard of that one.
No.
The Colosseum in Rome, Chichen Itza, some place in Mexico. I haven't heard of that one either. Machu Picchu, heard of that one.
Yep.
Taj Mahal and Christ the Redeemer in good old Brazil. I think I'd hit up Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is kind of sick.
I'd probably go Colosseum.
Colosseum would be a good option too. Great Wall of China. They're all good options. I don't know. Why do I gotta fucking choose, Scorpion? Just give me money to do all of them.
Yeah.
God. It's not like you've given me, what is it at this point, 34 months worth of $5 subscriptions? It's not enough. It's not enough.
Damn, Petra actually looks kind of cool. I want to say they used that in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
More like Indiana Jones and the dick in his butt. Do you think that's a porn movie?
Yeah, I would think that probably is. That was really, really super mature.
When did you start saying I fucking imposed a challenge on us not to make dick jokes, and you were like, oh, we shouldn't change anything about the podcast. Now you're giving me shit for not being mature.
You just said Indiana Jones and the dick in his ass.
Whatever. It got a chuckle out of me.
All right, fair enough.
When the fuck am I supposed to start being mature? Okay, Mike, how was your tax season this month or this year? Did you already do your taxes?
I did.
I did my taxes as well. My return was smaller than expected, and that made me upset.
Sounds about right.
Now on to other information. We're gaining a fax from one of our viewers asking a question. The question is, are you excited for next year's tax season? Is this what you want?
No!
Fuck off with your mature bullshit.
Oh.
I'm going to replace you with Joe next podcast.
With Joe?
Joe Mama! Woo! This podcast is going downhill fast.
Oh, Joe Mama.
Joe Nuts.
There was one time that
Omogus.
it was so one of the years that I had to do overnights at Christmas time for the whole stocking season. I was working with Jeff, and I think maybe even Carissa might have been doing them with us every night that year. And we needed to go get something from Meijer, so we all left and took a field trip to Meijer in the middle of the night because they were open 24 hours.
Yep.
And Meijer was doing night stocking as well. And as we were walking by, we just kept ripping on their
stocking procedures, or
yeah, we're like, you do that with your cardboard? Okay, that's efficient.
I like it.
It was just really funny. Like nobody else would know stocking techniques except for that crew of people.
I don't think I really understood how inefficient World Market's stocking procedures were until I started working at my current job.
Yeah, they're not great.
So the way it worked at our old store, for anybody who probably definitely doesn't know, because there's a solid 5% of listeners who've probably worked at World Market, but maybe not even that. But
no, probably half of 1%.
The way they would do it is they would have these mixed pallets with just random shit from anywhere in the store, all in the one spot.
Yeah.
And then they do these great pallets. We called them repack boxes or repack pallets.
Yep.
They would just be a box loaded to the brim with random shit from anywhere in the store.
Yeah.
No rhyme or reason whatsoever. You'd have a box of cookies sitting next to a fucking little book that you'd put in the fucking artisan section, whatever you want.
Yeah, or toys or
soap.
A box of forks.
Yeah, all mixed together. So you dig into a box and you have 4 corners of the store to hit from one box.
Yeah.
So much so that our good friend Bradley used to basically make his job just sorting those boxes into separate carts so people could take it to one section of the store or another. And like the way that my store works now, it's like, oh, well, frozen stuff goes on a frozen pallet, gets put in the freezer.
Yeah.
Dairy products get put on a dairy pallet and go in the dairy cooler.
Yeah. No, it just makes sense.
Like products end up together. Isn't that an insane idea?
Although I will say you guys probably get deliveries from like separate vendors.
Oh yeah.
That probably makes it easy. Like frozen probably all comes delivered at the same time.
Yes and no. Most of our stuff comes from two major warehouses.
Okay.
So you have like our big major warehouse brings in like, they bring in dairy, they bring in frozen, they bring in like chips and snacks and whole body shit. Like it all comes together in one truck. And then we have individual vendors from there. So you have a mixed truck, just not mixed pallets.
Gotcha. Okay. That still light years better than let's just throw whatever we want into a box.
Yeah, and then we get shit on for like our efficiency, and it's like, you guys aren't exactly helping us here.
Remember when we'd get one of those repacked boxes and it would just have like one
single item in it?
Yeah, like a single pair of earrings in like a giant cardboard box.
Yeah, that was awesome. The company's a mess.
Yeah.
How many years do they have left based on our estimate? I don't remember when that started.
Oh.
When Mike and I at one point, like, we're talking and we were like, it feels like 5 years left is too soon, but 10 years left is too long.
Yeah, like we're like, I think they're going to be around at least 5, but there's no way they're going to make it 10.
So I think we gave it a conservative 7.
Yeah.
And I think when we left, there was 5 left of that. So that leaves us with 4 years now.
Yeah.
But they're under new management now, so maybe things are trending in the right direction. I don't know. I don't work there anymore. Thank God.
Yeah. Thankfully. We're probably 3 to
5 years away.
3 to 5. Yeah.
It's getting close.
Ouch.
I wonder if Bed Bath is going to survive all this. Like, Bed Bath does not have a good business model either.
No.
Like, I mean, the fact that they ran World Market into the ground, like, isn't exactly a great indicator of their own business practices.
No.
And like I could say too, like, I'm still not going to talk about where I work, but the company that I work for, like, over the last decade was like purchased by another larger company.
Yeah.
And like that company shared a lot of its resources with my company. Like a lot of things changed as a result of their ownership.
Yeah.
Like they updated our technology. They lowered our prices. They instilled like new online features, like shit like that.
They updated your technology?
They updated, like, we have really nice like tablet screen registers. Like they have scales on them for those items that weigh stuff. You don't have to label like certain things because the people at the register will just take care of it. Like stuff like that. Like they're very efficient. The technology side of things, like we walk around with iPhones to do our like sign scans or whatever.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of shit that's inefficient. Obviously, it's a retail company. They're not going to fix everything.
Sure.
But you know, the bigger company that purchased the company, like, you know, did things with that ownership.
Right.
The World Market Bed Bath ownership was interesting because Bed Bath would basically use World Market to test things.
Yeah.
And then if it failed, they'd be like, well, guess you guys should have done better.
Right.
Like we would get blamed for it. And if it worked, they would just fucking yoink it.
Right.
Like a couple years ago, they brought in this thing where like there was certain online retailers that you could like return stuff to our. Yeah, you could like return stuff from those online retailers to our physical locations rather than having to worry about like shipping it back. And like there was no extra cost to it. They just come in, we'd scan it, we'd bag it up, we'd send it back. It was super easy.
Yeah.
People who did it like were brought into the store. They got like a coupon at the store. I don't know how good the turnover was for like customers actually staying and like shopping.
Yeah.
From what I know, it didn't work terribly well.
Right.
But what Bed Bath did like is that it worked really well. So they tried to be like, okay, we're doing that at our stores now.
Right.
And like, the World Market CEO is like, no, you're fucking not. You have more locations than us. If you instill this in your stores, no one's going to come to us for it.
Right.
Like this worked for us. We're keeping this.
Yeah.
And Bed Bath they never invested money in updating anything. They just kind of instilled new shitty policies and left everything the way that it was. And
yeah.
it's like, that's not how you purchase a company.
Right? God, those registers that were older than you.
Older than me. I still remember how to work around all the jankiness of them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh God. And those shitty tablets they gave us.
Oh my God. For anyone who's like curious what it's like to work in a retail space, I recommend the show Superstore.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's an okay show for the most part. It's not like world changing, but like whoever like created that show definitely, or the writers like definitely worked in retail at some point in their life.
For sure.
They got that show fucking spot on. Like the customer and company experience side of things, they fucking killed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They do all these great cutaway bits where you'll just see a customer in their natural environment. Like they'll walk up to like a stack of toilet paper, grab one from the middle, watch the whole thing collapse, and they'll just walk away. That is 100% something that people do.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, if you want to understand the retail experience a little bit, Superstore is on Hulu. It's a funny show and it captures the experience really well. But I sent Mike a picture of an episode of Superstore once because like they managed to like get the exact same tablets like down to the model that we used at our store that fucking sucked.
God, those things were the fucking worst.
They got us. Okay, so we had phones, right? We had these little shitty phones that we could use to like scan things and check prices.
Yeah,
check
it was
had
like
them in stock.
Yeah, it was a cordless phone that had like some like
inventory control options.
Yeah,
and like we had a pretty decent online system where you could like, I mean, no, it was shit, but we had an online system that you could like look stuff up on, show customers.
Yeah.
So, you know, if people had questions about like furniture that we didn't have, we would just whip out our own personal phones and show them.
Right.
Eventually they instilled like these shitty tablets. They were slow as hell.
Yep.
You had very little control over them, and they were like, you have to use this. Like they sent like a shoulder sling. And they were like, someone has to carry around this tablet at all times and like offer customers like online options through it. And it's like, can't I just use my own phone? It's small in my pocket, doesn't weigh 10 pounds.
Right.
We lost that thing so many fucking times.
Oh God, yeah.
You put it down for a second and forget about it.
Yep. Yeah.
God. Those are the aspects of the job I don't miss. There's a lot of things I do miss about World Market, but there's plenty more I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, World Market was fun, but God, the technology was so shitty.
Oh my God. It was so fucking bad. We were stuck in another... These motherfuckers are sitting here being like, people are shopping online, therefore when they come to the store, they want a good in-store customer service experience. Meanwhile, you'd be like, what about providing a good online technological experience? And it's like, no, that's not what they're coming for. They're not looking for that.
Oh, God.
You want us to spend potentially millions of dollars on new technology that we desperately need just because everybody's moving in that direction? That's fucking stupid. You don't have a business degree.
They were
what
like,
the fuck are you talking about?
You know what I think will work? Let's get a karaoke machine.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
So one year at Christmas, World Market had like signed into some sort of endorsement with
who was it?
Jessie J.
Jessie J.
Yeah, it's some sort of like joint, like we sold her holiday CD and
like a holiday album that we sold in store for a really exorbitant price.
Yeah, and nobody bought them.
Nobody bought them. We had a ton left going into clearance. They weren't allowed to go on clearance because they were like her price or whatever.
Yeah, so we had to like send those out somewhere.
Yeah, no, we did not sell all of them. I don't even think we sold one.
I don't think we did either. I kept checking like over and over again. But they sent us like a karaoke machine where you could record yourself singing karaoke in video form.
You'd sing her song. Like, there was only one song option, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. You would sing her Christmas song, and then you could like send it to yourself and people you knew, but it would also enter you into a contest to like record a song with her or something like that.
I don't remember what the win was,
but
only like 3 people actually tried.
Yeah.
And it was in the store for like 3 months.
Yeah. It was really bad.
Oh my God. They had so many shitty giveaways and contests, and like credit to them, it worked to an extent.
Yeah.
You know, but it brought out all the weirdos that I didn't want to deal with.
No.
Like we ran this thing several times. I'm blanking on what word I want, But we would hide like a golden something around the store. It'd be
Oh God.
It was a golden llama, then we did like a golden seahorse, then we had a golden bell, one of which I stole.
Yep.
Because like, okay, so for the golden seahorse and golden llama, they just did like a little standing cardboard thing with like a golden llama on it. And there's another thing to that I'll have to add. But for the golden bell, they actually had like bronze bells that were like decent quality. So we were supposed to send them back at the end of the holiday season, and it's like, well, they don't know if we lost some. They sent us extras in case we lost some, so maybe I'll just keep this one as a little souvenir.
I mailed one to Crystal.
I know you did. So I have one of those. Crystal has one of those. But we would hide them around the store, and then people would find them, and they'd get like a coupon for it. And like that was it. But like rather than drawing in a lot of customers, it drew in a few customers who would all try a lot.
Yeah.
So they had to like instill like you can only win once throughout the entirety of the giveaway.
Yeah.
And then you have to like log their name and like take down their driver's license number to make sure that they didn't go again.
Yeah. Oh God, remember that one lady?
She would just come and hunt for shit and then like give it to other people.
Yeah.
My favorite was when they ran the golden llama fucking giveaway while we had a lamp in the lighting section.
Yes.
That was a fucking golden llama.
Yes.
So we would bring it to us like, is this the golden llama? I'd be like, that is a golden llama, but it's not the golden llama.
That is not what you're looking for.
Oh my God. People got so annoyed by that. They're like, why do you have it? And it's like, I just work here. I get paid really shitty hourly wages and I make no decisions of my own. Why are you asking me?
Well, remember when we did the bells? Because we sold the same bell, just not engraved.
That's right.
And they made us like pull the product from the floor for like whatever that month or however long we did that.
God. They didn't think anything through. They always like had to fix that shit after the fact. It was never preemptive.
Yeah. And what was it Christmas crackers the last year?
Yeah. Christmas crackers, which were really shitty crackers that really didn't pop half the time.
No. Same people over and over again.
Crazy people.
Llama ladies. Miss them, right?
God, no.
They live near Bradley.
That's good for them.
He passes their house when he goes on walks.
That's nice.
Yeah. Apparently they brought a llama to the store one time.
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't there that day.
Yeah, I wasn't there either, but I guess they just like loaded it in the back of a minivan and just brought it to the World Market.
I mean, I'm sad I missed the llama. I'm not sad I missed them being there for an extended period of time.
No.
They were there enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was a podcast episode.
That'll do it for episode 16.
Our podcast can drive now.
Hell yeah. Uh-oh.
Time to drive it into the ground.
Lock up your sons and daughters because this podcast is out on the roads.
Uh-oh. Stinky.